Got a rough idle? Losing fuel economy? Or maybe your check engine light came on and you're suspecting the EGR valve. Well, before you panic and book an appointment with a mechanic, hang tight. Because what if I told you that you can clean your EGR valve without removing it? No fancy tools, no crawling under the car, and absolutely no need for a mechanic. In this video, I'll show you the 2 easiest, most beginner-friendly ways to clean your EGR valve while it's still in place. Yes, you can do it right in your driveway or garage, probably in under 30 minutes, and your engine will thank you for it. What's an EGR valve and why should you care? Now, before we get into the how-to, let's quickly cover what the EGR valve is and why it matters. EGR stands for exhaust gas recirculation. The EGR valve is part of your vehicle's emissions system, and its job is to take a portion of exhaust gases and redirect them back into the intake manifold. This process helps reduce nitrogen oxide emissions by lowering combustion temperatures inside the engine. It's one of those systems you rarely think about, until it clogs up and starts causing problems. Over time, carbon deposits from the exhaust gases start building up inside the EGR valve and the passageways. That buildup can block airflow and cause performance issues like rough idling, hesitation, stalling, increased fuel consumption, or even a check engine light. And while removing and cleaning the EGR valve manually is an option, most people don't have the tools, time, or confidence to start unbolting parts of their engine. That's where these easy, non-invasive methods come in. Method 1. Spray cleaner through the air intake. The first method is probably the easiest EGR cleaning trick ever, and it involves using a can of EGR or throttle body cleaners sprayed directly into the air intake. You don't need to take anything apart. The cleaner is designed to break down carbon buildup as it moves through the intake system, and it reaches the EGR valve through the same airflow that normally passes through it. This method is great for cars that have light to moderate buildup, and it can restore engine performance in just minutes. The process is simple. With the engine running at idle, you slowly spray the cleaner into the air intake or throttle body. The engine pulls the cleaner through the intake manifold, where it loosens and dissolves carbon deposits in the EGR valve and intake passages. You'll want to spray in short bursts while revving the engine slightly, nothing extreme, just enough to keep it from stalling while the cleaner does its job. After spraying about half the can, you let the engine idle for a bit, then take it for a short drive to burn off the loosened carbon. This whole method takes less than half an hour, and in many cases, it makes a noticeable difference. The engine idles smoother, throttle response improves, and even fuel economy can get a little boost. Plus, if your EGR valve was just starting to stick or clog, this can often fix it without ever lifting a wrench. Method 2. Clean through vacuum hose or EGR port. The second method is also very easy, but it's slightly more direct and works especially well on older vehicles or those with vacuum-operated EGR valves. Instead of spraying cleaner into the intake, this method targets the EGR valve through a vacuum hose or an access port. On many cars, the EGR valve is connected to the intake system via a rubber vacuum line. By disconnecting that hose, you can spray the cleaner directly into the valve's internal mechanism. This gets the cleaner right where the carbon is building up. After spraying a few bursts into the valve, you reconnect the hose, start the engine, and let it idle while the cleaner gets drawn through the system. A short drive afterwards helps clean things out completely. It's a bit more hands-on than the first method, but still super simple. No tools, no mess, no removing the valve. It's effective too, especially if your car has been hesitating, pinging, or running rough due to a sticky EGR valve. Stopwatch: how often should you clean your EGR valve? Now, some people ask, how often should I clean my EGR valve using these methods? That really depends on how you drive. If you mostly do short city trips or a lot of stop-and-go driving, your EGR system may clog up faster due to lower engine temperatures. In that case, it's a good idea to clean it every 20,000 to 30,000 miles as preventative maintenance. On the other hand, if you do mostly highway driving and your engine runs hot and clean, you might get away with cleaning it less often. Either way, a quick spray cleaning once in a while is way easier and way cheaper than waiting for things to get bad enough that you need a replacement valve. Signs of a clogged EGR valve. If you're wondering whether your EGR valve is clogged right now, here are a few signs to watch for. First, the check engine light. If you get codes like P0401, EGR flow insufficient, or P0402, EGR flow too high, there's a good chance the valve is either stuck closed or open due to carbon. Another common symptom is rough idling, where the engine shakes or vibrates more than usual, especially when cold. You might also feel hesitation during acceleration, hear a pinging or knocking sound when climbing hills, or notice that your fuel economy has dropped for no obvious reason. All of these are classic signs that your EGR system is struggling, and a quick cleaning might be all it needs. Save time and money, no tools required. A lot of people assume EGR problems mean expensive repairs or replacement parts, but honestly, many of these issues come down to carbon buildup, and that's exactly what these cleaning methods target. Best of all, they don't require any real mechanical skill. If you can open your hood, hold a spray can, and start your engine, you're already qualified. There's no need to remove sensors, unbolt the EGR valve, or worry about replacing gaskets. It's a simple, safe process that thousands of people do themselves every year. And with modern cleaners being safe for oxygen sensors and catalytic converters, you don't have to worry about damaging anything important. Warning: a few warnings before you spray. That said, it's important to use the right kind of cleaner. Don't just grab any degreaser or carburetor cleaner from the shelf. Look for a product labeled as EGR cleaner, intake system cleaner, or throttle body cleaner, and make sure it's safe for use with modern engines. Some of these cleaners are designed specifically to break down carbon without harming sensors or turbochargers. Also, always read the instructions on the can. They'll tell you how to apply it and whether the engine should be warm or cold before use. And please, always do this in a well-ventilated area. You'll be spraying flammable chemicals into a running engine, so keep pets, kids, and open flames far away while you're working. Will this fix every EGR problem? Now, will these two cleaning methods fix every EGR issue? Honestly, no. If your EGR valve is completely blocked or stuck due to thick carbon, or if it's broken electronically, you'll probably need to remove it and clean it manually, or even replace it entirely. But in most everyday cases, especially when caught early, a quick spray clean is more than enough to restore smooth performance. It's a perfect first step before spending money at a repair shop. And even if you eventually need deeper repairs, at least you'll know you tried the simple fix first. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. Let me know if you've ever cleaned your EGR valve before, and how it went. Or if you have questions about your specific engine setup, drop those too and I'll try to help out. And remember, not every check engine light means a trip to the shop. Sometimes, all it takes is a can of cleaner, a little time, and the confidence to lift your hood. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.